Hey guys, welcome back. Another tease. And this time we have a Strat style guitar, as you can obviously see. So, this is not out yet. Torsten was kind enough to let me take a look at one of these prior to its release, which is going to be August 1st. So this guitar will not be able to be ordered until August 1st. So I just wanted to get that out of the way. But it is a beauty. And before we, play it a little bit, let you hear what it sounds like, we'll go over the particulars. So, this is an ST, I would imagine for Strat style, ST-1 SPR. And it is in what I love in terms of the color, Battle Gray. This is Battle Gray. And it's a really, really nice gray. Very soothing on the eyes. And it's a little bit different. It also comes in Max Black, Arctic White, Amber Burst, Bubblegum Pink, and Surf Blue. So, again, this is the Battle Gray version. It has a basswood body. It has routing in it that is extremely spacious. So you can really be creative in terms of configurations with humbuckers and singles if you're deciding on modding this guitar. Really, really interesting. It is a full-size Strat. So the body is full-size. It's a proper, comparable to an American Strat body on this guitar, full thickness. What else do we have to talk about here? Pickguard is 3-ply. It's black, white, black. It has ceramic humbuckers on it. So there are 3 single coils, ceramic single coils, just like you would get on a proper Strat. 1 volume, 2 tone. 5-way switch. Positions 2 and 4 are noiseless on the pickups, the settings. These are ceramic wax-potted singles, by the way. Ceramic pickups that are wax-potted, which is unusual. So it's a little bit of a step up. What else do we have here? Let's see here. I just don't want to miss anything. Obviously, it's got a maple fretboard, right? Maple neck. And it has a slight finish to the back of the neck, but not glossy, which is nice. Very comfortable to the hand. And again, the maple fretboard is laid on top of the maple neck. The frets, similar to my other tees that I showed earlier, the Telly style, are smooth. They're rounded frets. These also are stainless steel frets on this guitar. So, again, unusual appointments for a budget guitar. And, there's not a sharp fret end up and down this fretboard. It's really remarkable how well these things leave the factory. What else do we have to talk about here? I'm trying to make sure I didn't miss anything. The bridge is your traditional Strat bridge, 6-saddle bridge. It is fixed. It's flush to the body, so it's not a floating bridge. So if you want to float this thing for whatever reason, you can take the back off and adjust the springs. Has a fairly thin size block in the guitar, very similar to your, other Strat style guitars at this price point. Headstock is nice. I like the headstock on this guitar. It's a Tease ST-1 on the headstock, and it is a really nice shape. They didn't go overboard with making this thing too different from the usual suspect, which is obviously the F word. But yeah, I really like the headstock on this guitar. The nut is bone, which again is a fantastic feature for something at this price point. Comes with 10 to 46 strings, and the strings are great on this guitar. They're not rusted old strings. The tuners are fantastic. Again, these are 18-to-1 gear ratio sealed tuners. They are fantastic. There's no slippage, no clicking. They work well. I'm noticing, and this is probably the first thing you'll notice if you have multiple Tease guitars, is the consistency. These are all set up perfectly when you get them. There's not much you have to do. They're completely playable out of the box, which is a beautiful thing these days. Again, let's go take a look at the string height, as you can hopefully see here. It is as low as you're going to get without any buzzing. Intonation was set up perfectly. Again, as I mentioned, the frets are beautiful. They're rounded fret ends. Just fantastic attention to detail from the factory before it ships out. And it's a wonderful thing to see. And again, these guys have these are imported guitars, but their warehouse is in Utah, and they're shipped from Utah. So before they leave the warehouse, the techs take a look at these things and make sure that they're playable before they ship them out, which is a fantastic thing. 2 string trees on the headstock, which is again your typical Strat configuration. This is where you plug her in, and it's a very, very solid input jack on this guitar. The back is, your typical belly carved Strat. There's the neck plate on the guitar. It's a plain neck plate. There's the white cover for the spring. The neck, again, on this has about 1/4 of a millimeter more umph to it than previous models. So they added 1/4 of a millimeter to the neck on this guitar, and it's beautiful because it's again similar to the Telly. It's one of the stars of the show is the feel of the neck. It's just the right depth. It's comfortable. If you have a small hand or a large hand, you should be equally comfortable on it. The frets on this guitar are medium jumbo, and you have 22 frets on this guitar, 22 medium jumbo frets. The fingerboard on this one was beautiful, not scratchy at all. Really, really smooth fingerboard. Nothing needs to be done. It's perfect right out of the chute. What else do we have? Modern C neck. If I didn't mention that before, it's a C-shaped neck. A couple of people had questions about the fretboard concern, that it's unfinished and you may not be able to use oil on it. But yes, there are certain oils that you can put on this fretboard. Will not damage the fretboard if you so desire to do so. So that shouldn't be an issue. Comes in multiple colors, I mentioned before. Yeah, so these things are priced. Now that's the other thing I want to mention, which is great. At $144.95 is going to be the price of this guitar when it comes out on August 1st. And again, all Tease guitars ship with this. Well, let me hold it up. This gig bag. It's a cloth gig bag. Tease is stitched on the front of it. It's good enough to protect the guitar when you want to go from point A to point B. And it ships and is included in the price of this guitar at $144.95, which is phenomenal. You have to wait until August 1st before you can order. So I just given you a sneak peek at the ST-1, the all-new ST-1, which, again, I'm really digging. I'm thinking that this thing, at this price point, is going to be a Squire killer. Because the Squires at this price point are either the Sonic or the Debut. Sonic's about $200. The Debu's about $120. Neither one of them come with gig bags. Neither one of them, in my opinion, have as good stock pickups as this. And then we don't have to go into everything else with the bone nut and the better 18-to-1 gear tuners, gear ratio tuners, and the setup and the rounded frets and the smoothness to the neck without any sharp fret ends and no and the string height being extremely low out of the box. You don't get that stuff when you get a Squier, unfortunately. So that is really, really encouraging for a guitar at this price point. It's just very unusual and a welcome addition to the guitar community. So Torsten, hats off once again. Did a great job on this one. I'll play a little bit, right? Torture you. So we'll play some clean stuff so you can hear what the pickups sound like. So right now it's just the neck pickup. We'll play some basic clean stuff. And now in the second position, which is the neck and the middle pickup. And the middle pickup alone. Finally, the middle and the bridge. And just the neck pickup. Play some single notes through all 5 positions. And now, with some distortion in all various positions. So you've got in the neck position alone, it's obviously not noisy. That's what you're hearing, the 60 cycle hum. But let's play some basic stuff here. So here is the neck position. You hear hum. Obviously in the second position, which is the neck in the middle, it's noiseless, no hum. Middle position, you will hear a little hum. Fourth position, again, noiseless, middle and bridge. And then the fifth position, which is just the bridge. So 2 and 4 are noiseless on this guitar, which is great. Yeah, I mean, it's really, really a nice Strat style guitar. In my opinion, and again, this is just my opinion, the comparable Squiers that compare to this are the Debut and the Sonic. The only difference between a Sonic and the Debut is really the price. The Sonic is, again, almost $200, $199.99, and the Debut, which is Amazon distributed only, is $119.99. The other difference is that the body on the Sonics are glossed like this, whereas the body on the Debuts, they save money, have no gloss. They're a matte finish, which some people just don't like. They feel that you get fingerprints. They just don't like the look. And also, there's no skunk stripe on the back of the neck for the Squier. But that's really the only difference between the Debut and the Sonic. There's a world of difference between this and those two guitars in terms of the stock pickups that come on the guitar, the quality of them, the tuners. Let me just lower this so we don't have any noise. The tuners being 18:1 gear ratio on this guitar. I like the feel of this neck better. It just feels better to the hand than both of those models. The nut on this guitar is a bone nut. The what else do we have to talk about? Oh, the big one, the elephant in the room, the big one, and the clear difference maker is the neck, the fretboard. The frets are rounded on this guitar and finished perfectly, so you're not going to get a sharp fret in, which is one of the main culprits, by the way, of the Sonics and the debuts. It's one of the main concerns, and especially if you're a newbie or somebody just starting out and doesn't necessarily have the skills or the wherewithal to fix frets on their own. It's a showstopper when you have a cheese grater for a fret, for necks, the frets on the neck. You know, shredding your hand will stop you from wanting to play that guitar pretty quick. So this is a pleasure to have those smooth frets and comfortable feeling neck. And also the action, right? Face it, if a guitar has high action, you're not going to want to play it. If a guitar has action that's real close to the fretboard and it's very easy to play chords and to fret, you're going to pick up that guitar and play it. That's what this guy is. So I'm really loving it. If you guys have any questions at all on this guitar, put them in the comments below. There is a coupon code. I think I mentioned it on the last guitar in the comments. But in case you didn't pick up on that, you use AJ5. And AJ being Average Joe, 5. And you will get $5 off on this guitar. Or anything on the Tease website. And again, unfortunately, you'll have to wait until August 1 to order this one. But there are plenty of others. In fact, there's some great deals on the website where you can get some, blems or specials, as they call them, special deals on some of their models where you can save some extra money. But Tease has come out with another home run with this guy. So if you want a Strat-style guitar, this might be the one for you. Again, any questions, put them in the comments. If you like these videos, guys, please subscribe. And as always, until the next time, be well and stay safe. Take care.